Now we would be studying the last of the methods, and that is the logistic curve method, right? So what does this method actually say? It is based on the concept of the logistic curve, which we had studied in the earlier class. Now, the equation of the curve, when it was analyzed, so the formulas which come into picture is P is equal to PS upon 1 plus M log to base E minus 1, and you've got NT, right? PS is the saturation population. It is given by 2 P0 P1 P2 minus P1 square P0 plus P2. I'll tell you everything about this formula. This is P0 P2 minus P1 square. Now, the PS is the saturation population, right? N is the number of decades which are known, right? P1, P0, P1, P2 are the known population given after particular decade. Like the population, say after initial population is P0 and it is at time 0. Now the population P1 say is 10,000 after T1 equals to 20 years. And P2 is the population, say 60,000 at T2 equals to 40 years. Now you need to have a constant time span between these population slots, right? So this is PS. Now, we have got a term here, and that is M. This M is being given by PS minus P0 divided by P0, right? Now, don't get panicky. As we'll proceed with the numerical, it will be all very clear to you, right? And N is being given by, if you take it on base 10, it would be N would be given by 2.3 by T1 log 2 base 10 P0 PS minus P1 divided by P1 PS minus P0, right? Now these are the four formulas which would be required when you solve a question based on the logistic curve method. Now, how would you analyze whether this question is based on the logistic curve method or not? The answer to this question is very simple. The question would say, for example, in 2 periods, each of 20 years, a city has grown from population A to B and then B to C. Determine the saturation population, equation of the logistic curve, expected population after 20 years, right? So let us take an example. Why is this pen not working? Let us take an example of a city which was having a population of, say, we take period of 2 years. The initial population P0 was 30,000 at t is equal to 0. Then P1 is equal to, say, 1,70,000 at T1 is equal to 20 years, and say P2 is equal to 3 lakhs. At time slot equals to 40 years, right? Now, with this given data, you're being asked to find out the saturation population, the equation of the logistic curve, and also the population after next 20 years, right? So what would be the population after next 20 years would be calculated by the logistic curve equation. What was the formula for saturation population? It was 2P0, P1, P2 minus P1 square, P0 plus P2 divided by P0, P2 minus P1 square. Now in this particular equation, you know P0 as 30,000, P1 as 1,70,000 and P2 as 3 lakhs, right? Using these set of values, you need to calculate PS, right? So when you calculate this, so your PS comes out to 3,26,000. Now pay some heed to this value. Your P2 was 3 lakhs. After 40 years, at time slot 40 years, right? This is the saturation population. The population rose from 30,000 to 1,70,000 in 20 years, and then again to 3 lakhs in next 20 years. That is 40 years from the initial time. and the saturation population reaches 3,26,000, right? Now, if you want to calculate the equation of the logistic curve, the equation is being given by P is equal to PS by 1 plus M log to base E, right? This is the equation of the logistic curve. You know PS, you know time slot as 20 years, you need to find out M and you need to find out this N, right? How will you find out this M and N? The formula for M and N has already been given. Now what is M? You know PS, you know P0. What is PS? 3,26,000 minus initial was 30,000 divided by 30,000, right? So you got your N as, say, the value of M is 9.87. Done. You need to find out N also. Now, what is N? Right? You know P0, you know PS, you know P1, and you know T1 as 20 years. So you're putting on this value. This is 30,000. PS is 3,26,000 minus P1 is 1,70,000. And then P1 is 1,70,000. PS is 3,26,000 minus P0 is 30,000. Right? Now, when you calculate this, the value of N comes out to minus 0.119. Say, okay? So, what would be the equation for the logistic curve? It is P is equal to PS is being given as 3,26,000, right? 1 plus, because the putting in the values of M and N, we get minus 0.119 T. This is the value equation of the logistic curve, right? Now, you found out the equation of the logistic curve. The three parts which were asked in the question was, number one, the saturation population, which you've calculated by the formula, and this is this. Now, the second part was the equation of the logistic curve, for which you needed to find out the value of M and N, which we found out. So we have now found out the equation of the logistic curve. Then the third part of the question was, find out the expected population after 20 years, right? So we would be finding out the population after 20 years from the given data, that is 60 years from the initial point. So this is 3,26,000 divided by 1 plus 9.87. log of you would put T as 60 here because you being asked to find out the population for the after next 20 years, that is 60 years from the starting. So you solve it and solve it by mathematical point of view, by mathematics, and the population comes out to 3,23,000. One very important thing which is to be noted is this value of population can never increase the saturation value. Saturation value means the population has saturated and the number of deaths or births or migration are, they account for each other. The population has now become saturated and it's stagnant now. The number of births would probably be equal to number of deaths and the number of migrations. Or the vice versa, the people coming in and people going out of the city are almost equal and the number of births and the number of deaths are almost the same. So in any case, if you take it for 80 years also, the population would never be more than the saturation population, right? So this was the logistic curve method. Let us go through it once again. Logistic curve method gives you a very simple approach towards calculating the population of a particular city when the various time slots are given. This is the logistic curve equation. This is the saturation population, right? This is the constant M which is being used. So equation is given by P is equal to PS 1 plus log to base E power minus 1 NT. PS saturation population is being given as 2P0 P1 P2 minus P1 square, P0 plus P2 and P0 P2 minus P1 square. These are just the formulas and you need to just put in the values of the P0, P1, P2 in the formula and get the required answer. M is PS minus P0 by P0, right? N is being given as 2.3 T1 log to base 10 P0 PS minus P1 P1 are divided by P1 PS minus P0. Now we have taken this example, right? We calculated the saturation population by using this, right? With the given data, this set of data, right? We calculated the saturation population as 3,26,000. Now, in any case, the population after any time slot, the population cannot increase be more than the saturation population. We've got population P2 as 3 lakhs after 40 years. Now we need to find out the equation of the logistic curve, right? We calculated M, PS minus P0 by P0 and it was 9.87 approximately. We calculated N and the value of N was minus 0.119. Now we place the value of PS, M and N in this logistic curve equation and we found out that this is the equation which would be governed for this particular city having the given data. Now the third part, the question says find out the population after 20 years from the given data. So you need to put in time slot at 60 years. Suppose you need to find out the population after, you are required to find out the population after, say, 80 years. Right? Saturation population was 3,26,000. 1 plus 9.87 log to base e minus 0.119 into 80. This is important, and whatever the value of P80 comes, it will be less than the saturation population, right? So this was the last of the population forecasting method. So what all we have done? We have found out the population by arithmetic increase method. We found out by geometric increase method. We found out by incremental increase method. We found out by decreasing rate of growth method, right? Then we found out the population by simple graphical method. Right? Then we found out the by comparative graphical method. Then we found out by master plan method. Then we found out the population by ratio method. Then by logistic curve method. Right? So these were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 methods. Right? 9 methods. All of them, I would say, are numerical in approach. But if you recall all the numericals which we have solved for the methods, arithmetic, geometric, incremental, decreasing, right? So if you go back to the logistic curve equation, which we had studied in the very first lecture for the population forecasting method. So what was the logistic curve equation? It was an S-shaped, right? This point, this is the population part and this is the time part. Now this is A to B, then D, and this is E, right? This is the point of inflection. This AB shows increasing growth, which is being denoted by geometric method or the logistic curve method. Logistic curve method, right? Now B to D is the constant growth, which is shown by arithmetic method. And D to E is the decreasing rate. Why decreasing rate? Population no doubt is increasing, but then it comes to a saturation value. So it is at a decreasing rate. The population doesn't keep on increasing every day or every year, whatever, right? So what the future population holds, what the future holds for a given population of a city depends upon as to where the point lies on the growth curve at a given time. If you recall turn over the pages of your initial chapters, you will find that we had taken a particular example and we had solved uh, arithmetic method, geometric increase method, incremental increase method, and decreasing rate of growth method. The same question, the same set of values were used to solve these problems, these methods. Arithmetic increase, if I remember, the population was 52500, geometric was more 5400 something, then incremental increase was 53167 something, and decreasing rate was 52570. It clearly states the approach of the logistic curve method. The maximum population was given by the geometric increase method. And that is why in the logistic curve, the portion showing the increased growth is AB, and your geometric method comes in this category. There was a constant growth in portion BD, and which was depicted by arithmetic increase, because arithmetic increase may you got the formula P0 is equal to Pn is equal to P0 plus Nx. Nx bar, actually X bar is the average. The population is increasing by a given amount every year. So the increase is constant, and that is why this portion BD is there. The time slot, the population at this particular point is increasing at a constant rate with respect to time, right? The population growth is just the constant, and this is decreasing rate. I mean, the population is increasing, but it is at a decreasing rate. The rate keeps on decreasing until you reach the saturation population at point E. So once again, I would tell the future, the given population would be calculated based upon as to where the point lies on the growth curve, population growth curve at a given at a particular time, right? I hope the methods towards the population forecasting, all these 9 methods are clear. Simple graphical method में आप you plot the graph of the given set of data for a city, and you extend the graph to find out the future population. Comparative में you would take the example of the various cities which had the same population growth, and then you do it by iteration method. Master plan method or zoning method, it is the master plan, the number of residences which are coming up multiplied by the inhabitants, and you get the future population. The ratio method में आप particular city का with respect to the population of that country, उस ratio को लेके you plot a graph, and the ratio of the and the population of the country, say after 10 years, is being forecasted by the Census of India, and you calculate the future population of that city, right? Logistic curve method, the approach is very simple. You've got the logistic curve equation, wherein you will need to find out the PS, the formula of PS, saturation population is given, formula for M, formula for N, and the logistic curve equation. Once you find out the logistic curve equation, you put in the value of just the T. The rest is all known. PS is known, M is known, N is known. Only you put in the value of T and you find out the population after the required slot, right? So this was all about the population forecasting method, and I hope the methods are clear. In case of any doubt, please revert back. Thank you so much, class.